Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, still newly established channel. Today I'm doing a follow-up on reviewing World of Warcraft cinematic for the Midnight expansion. I did mention it in a previous video that I would like to do it as due to some change of circumstances. The new cinematic has kind of exceeded some of our expectations with a little hook of, are we there yet? We're going to get straight into it. I'm going to be reviewing the cinematic from just a perspective of the, I want to say, average Jolene. Okay, I'm not a full-time streamer. I'm not a full-time content creator. I'm just somebody who has limited amount of time with limited resources, and I want to know, I'm in love with cinematics and I've loved them for all my life. It's just very captivating. So I want to know if we are being fooled, if we are not, if they're just throwing stuff at us, or are we actually enjoying what they're putting out? Are we getting the goal? Are we just enjoying ourselves, and is it convincing enough? Okay, so we're gonna get straight into it. I have like a whole thing going on. I'm still new to the editing for the videos and stuff, so bear with me, but I'll get it right one day, okay?
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light
Liadrin, it has begun. I need you with me on the wall.
Gorthamar, the void will envelop us soon. Only the light can save us now.
No. The time for prayer has passed.
The sunwell will not fall. Not while I draw breath. Little elves. I can see you grow weary. How much longer can you hold out? Flee and save yourselves.
Liadrin, don't.
Light be with you. You see? She understands it's hopeless. Soon, you all will. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through... I know that I am unworthy. I don't know if I deserve your help, but I know my people do. Please give them strength. I admire your spirit, but that will not save you. Soon, I will break your world.
You can't even break one elf.
This darkness comes to devour everything. And when it is finished, there will be no more light. Without your aid, we will perish. I beg you, help us. Dunwell will not fall!
Not while we draw breath.
I think I need a minute. So previously, I have seen some clips here or there of what the actual cinematic might be. But holy shit, like, sorry, pardon my France. I'm stunned. Okay, we have a great cinematic on our hands. Wow, I had goosebumps and everything. Okay, let's break it down a little bit. So first of all, the goal, which is, I feel like it's the most important part, the most important thing we should always judge the cinematic by and decide what we're going to do with it is the goal. And in this case, oh my, like in this case, I feel like the goal was so straightforward. Like, what are we doing? What are we focusing on? The fight. There's a big ass fight. There's a war happening. What, from a perspective of somebody who doesn't know anything about the game, let's say, there's a massive war happening and we have something blue against something bright. Let's put it that way, right? So it's one side of the coin against the other side of the coin is what I would see it as. We have people uniting against this hottie over here, okay? What is this? I mean, I can't. She's hot as fuck, okay? She's hot. If that's our villain, we ticked off the marker. So the goal is very much established through the whole cinematic. We see fights happening. Like, that's the main purpose of the cinematic, and what I feel like is going to be the purpose of the game is the fight. Okay, we're fighting against something. Then we have secondary goal, which is here, and this is big because at the start we see this, what looks like an elf. Okay, tell this lady, you know, we don't have time to pray. So we're seeing a bit of lost faith within some of these, I want to say soldiers, you could call them. Now, personally, I know what is going on, but I want to describe it in a simple language for people who don't know anything about World of Warcraft, okay? So we have loss of faith here, which is huge because she throws away her chance at fighting against something in a big battle to try and restore her faith, and what seems like she's apologizing for something, and she's literally begging, she's on her knees begging for help. And whatever this is, let's call it the light, it answers, okay? So we have two things, huge battle and restoration of faith. So that's going to be huge. And don't even get me started talking about the segment here. Oh my god. That was just on point. On point. Everything delivered, okay? Second point we're going to talk about. So the goal, simply established. You know exactly what you're going to be doing in the game and looking forward to it, right? Animation and art. I don't even think I need to talk about this as much. This style of animation is very, very popular within the franchise in general, but it's generally really nice to look at. It's very seamless. It's beautiful. The attention to detail is incredible. The lightings, the color compositions are incredible, because what goes well with purple, golds and yellows, and it looks incredible. Okay, everything about it. The people, these are elves, I would reckon, from an outsider's perspective. Okay, they look pretty good. Like, you can see that they're elves. This lady, Again, another elf. Seems to be on the wrong side of the fence for this one. But in general, the art animation, beautiful. Absolutely. You can't take that away. The fights are seamless as well. Incredible. Some of them cutscenes as well. Well, when I say cutscenes, I feel like some of this fighting could be made into an absolutely beautiful screenshot or wallpaper. Like, I mean, come on. This is incredible picture. This is everything. You have two sides of the coin. One has an advantage. The other one's down on their knees. Like, that's it. Like, incredible picture in this. Jeez, it takes my breath away. It's incredible. Third point, dialogue. I feel like dialogue was very much on point as well. It pulled us into it, okay? We started off by, it's happening, it's here. The war is here. We go into describing the priorities. They're talking about our goals, like we're not going to let the Sunwell die. And that line, while I draw breath. Then we have the enemy established, and she tells us, you know what, the usual, just get out of the way. I don't want to kill you. I'd rather you submit to me later on. I'd rather have more peons, I still can't get over how good looking she is. Whew. Anyway. Then we have the dialogue for the Fate restoration, and this was very powerful. It was beautiful. It was so well written. I was into it. Like, I had tears coming to the end of it. Like, it was great. The emotion within the dialogue was brilliant. Now, the part when he spits on the ground and he tells her, can't break one elf. I mean, funny. Little bit of comedy in there. I love it. Absolutely. Unfortunately, right after, he has to bend the knee. So it kind of it landed well, but it still had its consequences, right? It pissed her off, and I feel like that's exactly what he wanted to do. And then at the end, I just can't. Her battle, her fight. And look at this smirk, right? First of all, he didn't believe. He was the first one saying, look, we don't have time for prayer. We need to fight. The light is not coming to help us. She makes a difference. She brings the light. And deep down, he knew. He knew that it was going to happen. Look at that smirk on his face. He was like, yep, and you should do it. I mean, he's like a bandwagon jumper. Is he? Really? Maybe? But anyway, I love this part as well. And he's like, the Sunwell's not going to fall while we draw breath. And there is the connection. There is the wrap up to the dialogue. Like, it's happening. We're putting all of our forces together and we're fighting against you. And it just makes you so emotional. And this part as well is very satisfying, especially to her. She's like, okay, we're going to put up a fight. I'm excited for this. Very mischievous, very, very well done. And I feel like that's just incredible, especially for a game. It's like you're building that tension, you're building that sort of, ooh yeah, let's fight. Like, this is what it's about. And throughout the whole cinematic, you can see that war and fighting for good against the bad. That's the goal of it, and it's just it's brilliant. Everything about it is so good. And then we have the end of it, and then lastly, I will always end on soundtrack, because soundtrack is huge for me. I feel like applying the right soundtrack to a cinematic is so empowering. And the music throughout this was just incredible. I didn't hear one bit where I was like, that doesn't sound right. Okay, that doesn't sound right. No, everything was on point. Everything from just the build-up of the music to the actual fighting, the scenes, the numbness in certain pictures, the gentle soundtracks to the kind of music, and it had me in tears. I was tearing up, and that's what a soundtrack should do in a cinematic, is make you emotional, make you feel what you're watching. And I think it really did nail it. I'm tearing up. Anyway, at the end of the day, did the cinematic do what it wanted to do? Okay, The game is not out yet, so we can't judge if it's delivered, but what it's telling us is this game is going to be about fighting, it's going to be about war, it's going to be about fate, and it's going to be about two sides just battling it out and seeing who wins, basically. And I think it did that really well, in my opinion. So on the scale of would I take 3 days off to play this game, or would I rather watch paint dry? That's my scale. That's going to be my scale. So on that scale, what would I give this cinematic a scale? I definitely take 3 days off. I'm not going to lie. This cinematic had me hooked in from the first second. Everything about it, the goal was so clear, and you were able to enjoy what you see. Beautiful art, great soundtrack, excuse me. I'm just flabbergasted. It is a huge contrast to the previous expansions cinematics, and I'm super excited for this. Absolutely, I am going to be taking, this is an incredible scene. I'm definitely going to be taking a few days off to play this game when it comes out. So overall, I think for any regular person who has limited amount of time for playing video games and limited resources to be able to buy games, would this game be worth the money if you've seen it through the cinematic? I think so. The cinematic is incredible, and it showed you a clear picture of what the devs want you to see. This is the main point of our game, and it done it really well. So I think it's done very, very high tier cinematic, and I'm super excited about the rest of it. That's all I can say. I'm so excited. Anyway, I could be blabbing on forever, but that's the point. That's the review of the Midnight Cinematic from the average Jolene over here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you didn't rather watch the paint dry on this one. Thank you so much. Pop a little like down there if you want to, subscribe if you want to, and I shall see you on the next one.